There's just 6 more days of legislation left in this year in the State House, and I'm so glad because I don't think I could take any more. So let's get started with the bills that our legislators have been involved with here in from Greenwood, and the ones that have made crossover. We'll start with the ones that hopefully can do more good and less harm. First of all, there's 3623, the early release of inmates, and that is the bill that, according to one expert, does the most to combat systemic racism than any other bill pending in the State House right now. It would decrease the percentage of time that an inmate who has committed a no parole offense, like a nonviolent drug offense, must serve before being eligible for early release, discharge, or community service, and it reduces it from 85% of their sentence to 65% of their sentence. And Representative Parks voted for it. Representative McCravey abstained. It is currently in the Senate Corrections and Penology Committee, and that is Garrett's. He is on that committee, so Senator Garrett will be voting on it soon. Number 2, S.0455 from Senator Davis, that would allow a graduate nurse to get a temporary license to practice while they're waiting on their permanent license. This was done to help out for the nursing shortage in COVID, and now we want to make it permanent. Representative Parks chaired the subcommittee of the 3M committee where this bill originated or is now, and it has passed Representative Parks' committee and is now on the House calendar. Parks and Garrett have both voted for it. McCravey has yet to vote, had a chance to vote. All right, we're going to the hate crimes bill. This is 3620. We've heard so much about this in the news, and I won't spend too much time on it other than to say that this is an example of what can happen to a bill that's been introduced many years, at least 6 years, and it's never gotten out of the House Judiciary Committee, never even got any hearings until our South Carolina business community decided to back it. And now it has made the crossover, and it's currently in the Senate Judiciary Committee. When it was in the House, Parks voted for it. McCravey voted against it. He said it didn't protect enough people. The people it doesn't protect are religious leaders. He wanted religious leaders to be protected against hate crime convictions. And Garrett will vote on this. Senator Garrett will vote on this when it gets to the full Judiciary Committee, which I hope will be soon since there's only 6 legislative days left in this year. All right, number 4, S.0555. known as the Solid Waste Policy and Management Bill, or the Paralysis Bill. Our Senator Gambrell and Senator Garrett are both sponsors of this bill because they want the advanced recycling industry to come to Greenwood, McCormick, and Anderson County. This is not the first year this has been up, but COVID stopped it before. The environmental people are concerned that this is an untested and unproven process. There are some of these businesses in Georgia, one in the Atlanta area, and a couple in some other parts of the country. They've yet to produce the petroleum products that they said they would. And our attempts to get this industry to be bonded in case they have to have a cleanup have had limited success. And what they're wanting to do is to make this industry a manufacturing industry rather than a solid waste management industry. If they do that, this industry would not have to follow the same restrictions that solid waste management businesses do, and therefore they would be less regimented by DHEC. And so our environmental organizations do have some problems with that. All right, let's go to S.0455, which is COVID liability. Received a favorable vote from Garrett, Gambrell, and McCravey, as it has gone through the judicial committees of both the House and the Senate. This says that businesses who have made reasonable attempts to follow guidelines for containing COVID-19 will have only limited liability in the exposure of customers or employees to COVID-19. All right, now S.200 is our next bill that's made crossover. This is called the Executions Bill. Since South Carolina can no longer get the chemicals that are required to have lethal injection executions, this bill gives death row inmates the choice between the firing squad or the electric chair for their execution. This has gone through the judiciary committees of both the House and the Senate. Garrett and Gambrell and McCravey have all voted yes on it, and Representative Parks has not had a chance to vote on it yet. It is on the calendar for the House to vote on it. I think there are 4 other states that do have the firing squad as a choice for a death row inmate. All right, and then the last crossover bill we'll talk about is the open carry with training, H.3094. You might have seen a headline in the paper, in the Index Journal 2 days ago. It says, Senate stalls this bill. Well, let me tell you what. Massey did a fast track move on it today. He put it up he moved it directly out of the Senate Judiciary Committee where it just got to today. And he put it up to be on the Senate floor for debate. Got voted in on a party line vote. Republicans voted for, Democrats voted against. And then most bills have to they get put on the calendar, and then they have to be on the calendar for at least 24 hours, even if they're special order. Senator Massey requested that it be put on special order, but even so, they found a way to put it on the calendar without waiting for the 24-hour bill, 24-hour waiting period for the bill. Senator Martin from Spartanburg is the 24-hour police, and he tells people, no, this hasn't been on the calendar long enough, and it can't be put to a vote. He didn't say that today. Senator McLeod did, and somehow they found a way to override it. And so Tuesday morning at high noon, man, it is open carry with training on the books. So where is Gary Cooper where you need him? The Senate passed the budget today. The last amendment was Senator Harpootlian's amendment to adopt the dodo bird as South Carolina's extinct bird because we have the most in common with it. And let me tell you, I think we are going the way of the dodo if we don't change the direction that our legislature is going in. And we're about as smart as the dodo birds from the priorities we've seen in our legislative session this time. So it's Denise Walrep signing out on your legislative update. Thank you for listening.